I just couldn't look at this bullshit graph and how disingenuous it is and not make this video. So, the title of this graph is called "The Countries Polluting the Oceans the Most: Annual Metric Tons of Mismanaged Plastic Waste in Global Waters." And there's an asterisk by that, and the asterisk says that this was generated in 2010, selected countries. The source is from the Wall Street Journal, so, the source is from a lying news organization in the first place. So keep that in mind. But let's just look at the list here. Top polluter, China, followed by Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Egypt, Thailand, Malaysia, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Brazil, United States. So, at the bottom, apparently, is United States. Now, what this graph is saying is literal amount of real plastic put into actual waters directly from the countries, so whereas the majority of the plastic, that the real physical plastic is going into the oceans from the mainland of China. Why is that happening? Is it maybe because a country like the United States gets all of its fucking crap from China? Every piece of bullshit in stores just about is made in China. So maybe it's because the United States orders so many fucking things from China that are made out of plastic that China dumps its plastic there, because China doesn't give a shit. China's like, whatever, throw trash in water, throw trash in land, in hole, who cares? Fuck it, whatever. We make money, the Americans need more plastic. Throw in water, get rid of. I don't care. So, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit fucking. Neither does our government. And actually, our government prefers it if, it's all being done in China, because then we can blame China. And then, it's not us. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. It's China's fault. No, not our fault. Fucking bullshit. So let's look at some other countries that there's a commonality between on this list. Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, Bangladesh. What do all those countries have in common? Oh gee whiz, I don't know. That's where we get all our fucking clothing from. And even Egypt and Sri Lanka too. All those textiles manufacturing corporations have put their physical clothing production operations, plants, factories, over in those countries. In Indonesia, the Philippines, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Malaysia, and Bangladesh. Look at a clothing tag and see where it's made. It's going to say China, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Egypt, Thailand, Malaysia, or Bangladesh. I guarantee you, every time that you go to the store and see a bullshit fake, quote, Hawaiian shirt that's not actually made in Hawaii, I fucking guarantee you it was made in Indonesia, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, or Bangladesh. Those ones are notorious for the knockoff Hawaiian shirts. Motherfuckers. So yeah, this chart, it's complete bullshit. All that plastic shit that goes in the ocean from China wouldn't even be made if it weren't for the United States ordering those fucking goods. All that plastic waste in Indonesia and Vietnam and Bangladesh and shit wouldn't even be happening if it weren't for those goods that we demand over here in the United States. So yeah, the United States is on the bottom. Perhaps in terms of literal physical amount of plastic directly put into the oceans, directly from the countries they're, in. Sure, this chart is, quote, accurate that way. But is this chart portraying an accurate version of reality as to why this plastic pollution is happening? No, it's not. It's just shifting all the fucking blame to China so that people in other countries can pretend, it's not my fault. It's not my fault, even though I live a lifestyle that demands that all this fucking plastic be good, because I order goods off of Amazon.com and from stores that are put in plastic containers like laundry detergents and, all that kind of shit. So, it's not my fault, even though I buy the stuff from the fucking store. It's not my fault. Even though I give money towards it, not my fault. Retards. When is everyone going to stop being fucking retarded and stop being brainwashed by simplistic bullshit such as this graph?